BATJAC J.W. back with you. Springfield Ronin. The good, the bad, the ugly. Do I like it? Hate it? What is some things I like about it? What things I don't like about it? Those of you that are just kind of stumbled across this video, of course, the last video we uploaded was pretty much the kind of the unbagging, if you will, unboxing of the Springfield Ronin. What did I get? I got the Commander model, which is basically the a little bit of a shorter slide and barrel with a full-size government-style grip and everything. But this one here is lightweight and it's a 9mm. This is the first Springfield Armory 1911 that I've owned. So. And those of you that have been listening on my radio show, my talk and everything and all that, so you've been asking me what does it look like now and all that, so I'm kind of doing this video for you all. I have the frame done up in gray. It's got the dark gray frame. Of course, it comes to you in a light gray frame. I did the parts, grip safety, thumb safety, slide release, hammer. I done those in black just to kind of offset the color. I did change out the mainspring housing to a polymer mainspring housing because the lightweightness I wanted to keep with the fact that it was designed to be a lightweight gun. I have been using this and carrying this for my job, so it's been wonderful. It's really a great combination package. Although I love my 45 Auto 1911 without a doubt, but this is kind of a neat little package deal. I kind of wanted to check one of these out. I'm glad I did. It's really, if you've never tried one, 9mm lightweight Commander model, 9mm 1911 per se, it really is something different. It's kind of unique. For a long time I've shunned away from these, but I'm glad I came around because they're pretty nice. This one here is the new offering by Springfield. Of course, they're kind of hit and miss, rather if you can find them or not. I had lucked out and got this one. So some of the things that I really do like, I like how simplistic the slide is with just kind of very bare bones on writing, and it's not cluttered up with stuff. Just as Ronin. On the other side, you got the beautiful, just the way it's a Springfield Armory with the cross cannons. I do like the way that Springfield Armory does actually stamp their stuff rather than etching it with a laser pen or something that other companies are doing, which is kind of really just laziness and piss poor to do. So I'll just be blunt with you. It has some things on it. I'm not a biggest fan of the big thumb, the extended thumb release here, the thumb safety. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm probably going to end up changing that out. The slide release, when you go to put it, reassemble it, it does hang up a little bit on repositioning it back through. I don't like forcing it or feeling like I'm pushing down on it. So I end up taking like a wooden skewer or a popsicle stick and just kind of pushing the detent in to get it back through, and then avoid getting the idiot scratch on there. So I don't know if I may try to change out the plunger tube and pins and everything, all the internals and that, and also go with just a standard blackened slide stop slide release, because this is the original one that came on. If you know, it's actually stainless steel, which I've just kind of had it colored black just to offset some things. I kept the trigger, although I'm more of a fan of the shorter trigger and arch mainspring housing, but that's the only one I had at the moment in the parts. But of course, with just the camera option, you're not really going to tell, but the trigger is just superb, pretty nice out of the box. I'm not too wild about the fiber optic sight, although I can see it really easily during shooting. I'm not too wild about it. Reason for that is they're fragile. I don't want the fact that they can, kind of break. I thought it was kind of weird that they did that with, this kind of sight where it's designed to hook something if you need to do like a strong hand or one-handed, racking of the slide or something like that. But then, I got that going on there. So I may have that changed out to the Wilson Gold Bead. Standard grips that it comes with is the slimline grips. I did change those out to the standard bushing with the bigger, standard grip basically. It's not the thin grip. One of the negatives on that I found was trying to get rid of the bushings that are on the frame for the grip screws. Those bushings are obviously the low profile ones, so they are not going to be able to put regular size grips on it. So trying to remove those was not easy, and of course I'm trying to be careful because it's a aluminum frame, as you would want to be careful anyway, because the threading is so fine on that. You don't want to gouge that up or jack that up, because then you have a, you screwed up the frame and everything. You got to put oversized bushings and stuff like that in there, and it creates problems. So that was a little bit of a hassle to get out of there, but I ended up ruining the original parts doing so. But I got it set up now where I like the original, or just the standard grips. Slotted screw holes. I'm not a fan of the Allen key ones, just because. So let's go ahead and actually take this down, because now one thing, I don't know if I mentioned it in the other video, it is a ramped barrel, so it doesn't, you don't have to worry about the frame taking any of the brunt of the thing. Running a Wilson Combat shock buff in mine, just to absorb some of that impact area and all that. So I'll go ahead and show you the barrel. It's the slide and all this, the bushings and stuff, is pretty tight. Not so tight where it's not coming apart easily, but the fitting is pretty tight, and it does add to the accuracy for sure. You can see a little bit of the what they call the O-ring barrel, I guess it's called, where they kind of flared it out a little bit, so it locks up fairly tight in the bushing itself. Not much movement going on there. As you can see, it's the ramp barrel, and if you're running an aluminum frame like this, it's kind of important to do that, have that going on there, so that the rounds are actually riding on this and not so much the frame itself. Now down inside the frame, I don't know how well you're going to see. The round count on this pistol is right around 600 or more. Also a shooting buddy of mine, he took it, and he ran a few hundred rounds out of it himself. As I've been running rounds through it all week, basically just non-stop shooting it, doing different type of tests with it and shooting and all that, so I've been pretty satisfied. But really, there's not really much wear in there. There's a little part where I'll show you what I'm looking at there, where the barrel meets the frame. There's a little part right there. I've been keeping an eye on that. I haven't seen it taking too much damage or anything like that. Of course, it being aluminum frame. I was one of those guys that was always cautious about that. I'm like, I don't know about aluminum frame, everything. So, but I came around with it with this one, kind of running it, having fun with it. I really am enjoying it, to tell you the truth. I really am liking it. Definitely not opposed to it. Springfield Armory, it is a forged slide and frame. And down in here, of course, no real significant any damages or anything like that. Of course, just the wear of the color on the frame that I've got going on there. We're running I'm running just the Wilson Combat 9mm magazines for it. Picked up about 4 of those. The slide is just the bluing and everything on the slide is gorgeous. Love the way it looks, the angled serrations. Again, the only thing I'm just really not crazy about is really just the fiber optic sight, because and I like how they're really visible, without a doubt. I mean, it's super visible, but I have seen them break. I'm not a fan of that, but I do like the Wilson gold bead front sight. I might have to try to do that. I don't know. We'll see how things shake out. But overall, not a bad pistol. Really do like it. Everything seems to be still solid on it, holding up pretty good. And of course, I know we only got 600 rounds or so out of it thus far. But it's been a lot of fun. Really have been enjoying it. So if you do want to check one of these out, I would say you won't be disappointed. At least I don't think you'll be disappointed. I was not disappointed. I'm kind of a 1911 snob, if you will, but you know what, I'm pretty happy with this thing, and I really liked the color schemes I was able to change around with. And of course, always remember, like, when I do stuff like this, nothing's permanent, always can be restored to its original factory settings in a sense, so I never alter things permanently. But anyway, there it is. That's what it looks like. Thanks for tuning in.